guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the intro that I use to film my entire makeup collection, okay? So this is going to take a lot of work on my part, so I hope you appreciate it. But basically what I'm going to do is film all of my makeup collection in parts. I think there's going to be probably about 10 videos that go up. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them all up in like a span of like 2 weeks, or if I'm going to put them up like one at a time, but by the time you're seeing this video you will have figured that out. I am going to be recycling this same intro for all of the parts simply because there's a couple of disclaimers that I want to put out there. I'm sure most of you don't need to hear these disclaimers, so you can like fast forward if you want, but honestly some people need to hear it, and yeah, so I guess that's the most environmentally friendly way to do it, right? It's totally not me being lazy and not wanting to film 10 intros. So for this particular collection series, there may be a few things here and there that I decide to declutter. I did a very ruthless declutter back in December, so I don't think there are a ton of things in my collection that I'm just needing to get rid of. But there could be things here and there. I'm thinking especially in like the palettes, the lip products, there could be things that I want to get rid of. So if that's the case, I will be decluttering those, potentially to friends or family that are interested in them. Please don't ask me to mail you used makeup. That's kind of weird. If there's anything that's unopened that I decide to declutter, I may send that to a friend who's just learning how to use makeup, or potentially donate to a shelter in the area, which is what I've done in the past a couple times. Yes, I am a makeup addict. No, I am not in rehab. No, I'm not going to rehab, and you can't make me. I do have a ridiculous collection. Nobody needs this much makeup. You don't need this much makeup, but I have it because I spend a lot of my fun money on makeup, and I am a sucker for packaging. So I probably have 200 very similar looking palettes, but the packaging is different, so in my eyes they're different. Who knows? Some of the stuff I may swatch, some of it I may not swatch. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, but I'm filming this in the beginning, and I'm going to be going up to start filming this collection hopefully later today. So if I can get all of the videos filmed today and then edit them and slowly release them, that would be the best thing for me, I think. So yeah, I thank you so much for watching, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so this is my setting powder collection. It's kind of a small collection because I don't typically use setting powders, but a couple of things that I wanted to show you. The Peach Perfect setting powder and the Pacifica setting powder. This is the Cherry Matte setting powder. These two are both scented, peaches and cherries respectively. I do think they're both really nice for loose powders. There's a ton of product that comes in this. If I ever use it up, I'll be really surprised, let me just tell you that much. The Hourglass one is nice. Again, I don't think I would pay full price for it. One, because I don't use these types of powders on a regular basis, and two, because I find these two to be equally as enjoyable and much cheaper, especially this one. So those are the three powders. This I got in a sample bag from somewhere at some point. As far as like pressed setting powders, I have the Bye Bye Pores, which is nice, but I don't think I will ever repurchase this one. The first one I got shattered, and they had to mail me a second one. Now this one I have gotten a little bit of a dent in. I know you won't be able to see that, but for me it's kind of exciting. Like I might hit pan there sometime soon, and that would be cool to use up and get rid of. I would not repurchase just because I feel like their stance towards appropriate shade ranges is not super promising, so I would not repurchase for that reason. This e.l.f. mattifying powder I actually was going to get rid of until I got the Woman Beauty foundation and concealer and discovered how dewy that looks. This powder works really nicely to go with the Woman Beauty foundation and concealer to just kind of calm down some of that dewiness. This NYX powder is nice. I've used it maybe once or twice, so you can see there's a little bit of movement on that pan, but I feel like with these other powders that I have, I don't need this one, so I'm gonna declutter this one as well. And then the last one is this Too Faced powder. It's the Banana Bright powder, and it's super adorable. It does have the little banana imprints there, which you can kind of see if I get you into the shadow. There you go. So you can kind of see the little bananas. It does still smell like bananas, and I do enjoy using it. So I'm going to keep 3 pressed and 3 loose. So these were the last 3 powders that I pulled out. These are actually in my backup drawer, and I'm trying to pretty much eliminate my backup drawer because I don't think it's necessary. There's so much makeup that's coming out that you really do not need a backup drawer. But this is the Flower Setting Powder, the Becca Hydro Mist Powder. This one I really like. I think it's really nice, and black-owned makeup brand, so awesome to be able to support them. This I got in a sample kit, and I'm just not in love with it. I may see if my aunt wants to give it a try, and then she can declutter it to somebody else if she does not like it either. It's a sample. I got it in a sample bag at some point, so I will give it a try before I pass it along, but those are my backups. Alright guys, so this is my pretty limited contour palette collection. I do have this Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. I never ever reach for this, and it's almost brand new because it's the second one I bought. So I am going to declutter this and pass it along to somebody else who can get some more use out of it, because I do tend to reach for these much more often. So this one is the Shade and Light Contour Palette, which I got after the KVD rebrand, and I typically just dip into these 2 shades here, but I do sometimes dip into these, and occasionally I'll bump into these too. So I do really like this one. It's kind of my go-to. Definitely a really good quality product if you're thinking about exploring KVD vegan beauty now that Kat Von does not vaccinate her kids is out of the picture. This is the Profusion Contour Palette, so if you're not interested in KVD, definitely check this one out. It should look very familiar. Aside from a little bit more of like a like chemical glue smell that you can smell from the pans being glued in, this palette is virtually identical to the KVD palette. I do have a video on my channel showing you the difference, and you really cannot tell a difference. So these are fantastic powders. I would definitely give this one a try if you're not open to the KVD rebrand. And then the last one, this was from a BoxyCharm. It's the IBY Beauty Highlight and Contour Palette. This one is really nice. Again, you have that pretty much that same setup, and I do really like these 2 powders. This one I feel goes a little bit too warm for me, but these 2 work perfectly for me. And then I do tend to bump into this highlight as well. Not for like a face highlight, but to lighten some areas of my face. So this one's also very good. Couple of things I have for brow products, which I'll toss in here. So I do have a couple of things from Benefit. I have the Precisely My Brow, the Goof Proof brow pencil, and the Give Me Brow, all in shade 4.5. I do really like this because it gives me like a deeper tone to my brows. I got this on a really good sale, so I got all 3 of these for like 30 bucks, and then there was a free gift with purchase. So that's why I have these. If I had to go repurchase them for full price, I do not think I would do that, because there are some other cheaper options I'll show you here as well. I do have the NYX Bear With Me brow setter, and I do think that this is a really nice product. I will continue to use it. I don't know if I'll repurchase because I don't tend to do this step of my makeup routine very often. I have the Anastasia brow gel as well. It's just a clear brow gel. It's okay. Then I have a couple of pencils here. I have the ColourPop Brow Boss. I have the LA Shady Slim Brow Pencil, and I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Of all 3 of these, the LA Girl is by far the superior pencil. I think it's nice and super slim. It gives you a great line. It's a great shade match for me. So of all 3 of these, if I had to repurchase a pencil, it would be the LA Girl, on top of which it's the cheapest by far. So this is the KVD Vegan Beauty Super Brow Pomade, and in the first packet, this is the second packet I've had of these. In the first packet, I tried out the brush and discovered it's amazing, and I ended up buying the regular brush because this little mini brush, not cutting it. I did try these 2 shades, and I was not a huge fan, but this deeper shade right here, it is perfect for me. I really like how nice and deep this has been. I have been using this sample card above and beyond all of my other brow products for about 2 months now, between the other sample card and this one. And once this one dries out, I'm going to be going and purchasing the full size because I do really like this, and I think I like it even better than using a pencil for my brows. I want to thank you again so much for watching this part of the collection series, and I hope to catch you in the next part. Bye.